It's the 8 for 52 podcast, driven by Cricket Hong Kong China, back for Season 3. It's a very special 8 for 52 podcast. Bushy with you, and we're talking Hong Kong Sixers 2025. We've gathered together a very special panel of experts to run through all the teams and the players. Later on, we'll give our opinion on who we think may hold aloft the 2025 Hong Kong Sixers trophy. But first, let's have a little refresher on what are the rules for the Hong Kong Sixers, and it's over to Mano Kasim.
Thank you, Aaron. Here are the key things that make the Sixers format incredibly fast-paced and exciting. Firstly, each game is a blistering shootout. Teams have only 6 players each, and each innings lasts a maximum of 6 overs. The entire match is over in less than 90 minutes. To keep the action going, if a team loses 5 wickets, their innings isn't over. The last remaining batter bats on with the 5th dismissed player acting as a runner. The innings only ends when the 6th wicket falls. For batting, a batter must retire upon reaching a score of 50 runs, but they can complete all runs from the shot that takes them to 50. They can return later if needed. But for bowling, no bowler can bowl more than 2 overs in a match, and they cannot bowl 2 overs in a row. This ensures variety and prevents team from relying on 1 or 2 star bowlers. If a match is tied, the winner is decided by which team hits the most sixes than the most fours. This encourages aggressive and entertaining cricket from the first ball. The same rule applies for ranking teams in the group stage. The wicket-keeper must be nominated before the game and must stand within 25 meters of the stump, or a no ball is called. This prevents ultra-defensive placement and keeps the game open. The Hong Kong Sixers is designed for maximum entertainment. It's all about big hits, aggressive bowlings, and non-stop action, with unique rules that prioritize fast play and reward power hitting above all else. Back to you, Aaron.
Thanks, Manor, and this is our panel of experts. Let's run through them first. The Pathways Manager for Cricket Hong Kong China, Mark Farmer. Good day to you, Farms.
G'day, Bushy.
The captain of the Hong Kong China women's team, Natasha Miles.
Thanks for having us, Bushy.
And Hong Kong China player, Martin Kutsia.
Good to be here, Bushy.
And our expert tipster from the 8 for 52 podcast, Atif Hussain.
Thank you, Bushy. Good to be back with you again.
Thank you very much. And we're going to start going through the teams. Farms, you're going to kick us off. What team are we starting with today?
I thought I'd start with Australia.
Nice.
Your home, close to my home back in New Zealand.
Well, your team's not coming this year.
They are not. I'm very, very disappointed with that. They've had a proud history of being here and back in the day playing club cricket, seeing the boys head off to the Sixers and come back with all the merch and share it out. Disappointing.
You'll just have to go for Australia then.
No.
Anyway,
We'll come to that.
let's have a look at the team, shall we? Let's put it up on the screen. There's the 8 for Australia.
So with Australia, I think without Dan Christian this year is a huge loss to them. He was retiring every match, and all-rounder, knew so much about the game, so that's a big loss for them. Alex Ross and Jack Wood returning from last year. Andrew Ty, the big name coming in, over 200, almost 250 T20 matches under his belt, so a huge amount of experience coming in there. Ben McDermott, I suspect, will be the wicket-keeper. Chris Green, again, hugely experienced cricketer with over 250 T20 matches under his belt. Nick Hobson and Will Basisto, the less experienced chaps, but interestingly, they've got 4 spin bowlers in their lineup. So will that pay off for them? I don't know. Those tracks out there are looking like they've got a little bit of green and a bit of pace and doesn't give them a lot of variation. So it'll be interesting to see how they manage their bowling unit.
One of the things Australia is bringing this year is more current players that are playing all the time, like Nick Hobson, Andrew Ty, Chris Green, who's just had his T20I debut as well.
Yeah, well, they've got a lot of firepower in their batting lineup. If you go through their T20 stats, a lot of them are striking over 130 strike rate. Current cricketers, you know, the Australians are incredibly competitive. So you have no doubt that any time that they're going out there to play a game of cricket, they'll be backing themselves to win from absolutely any position.
All right, that's the Australia team. Natasha Miles, who are you going to start with your three teams?
I think I'm going to start with England, where I've been based for a little while. So going to try and go through that team.
Okay, we'll put the team up on the screen there, and you can run through the players for us.
I think they're coming with quite a nice mix of youngsters and a couple of experienced campaigners there. They've got Joe Denley leading the side. He's played for Kent and England a number of times. He's a very experienced player. He's a bit more known for the longer format of cricket, but I think the amount of cricket he's played, he's definitely going to be able to lead the youngsters to a good couple of games here. I know that Dan Mousley has performed really well this year in the 100 and some of the Vitality Blast, so he'll be a really great player to look out for. James Coles is a youngster who is the youngest first-class debutant for Sussex recently, and I actually have a bit of connection with him, not directly, but his one of his coaches is my old coach back in the UK, so hearing a lot of good things about him and looking forward to seeing what he's going to bring out here.
That's a decent coach then.
Yeah, I'd say so. Can't complain. He was pretty decent in his day. And there's a couple of other under-19 youngsters coming through. I think you've got George Hill and Tom Aspinwall, who have both been in the under-19 team. And George Hill was the England under-19 vice-captain and all-rounder and a very good young talent. I think one to watch for sure.
Excellent. That's England. Martin, are you going to start with South Africa?
I am.
Okay.
It's a pretty young squad that they're bringing over.
I would say that I looked at the team when it was released, and it was probably one of the teams that I knew the least players from.
Yeah, same here. There's a few very talented youngsters included in this squad, though. Like Ethan Cunningham, he comes from my neck of the woods now at Stellenbosch, so I know quite a bit about him. Very good player. Jorik van Schalkwyk, who's a youngster who comes from the same school as AB de Villiers and Faf du Plessis. I've heard a lot of good things about him, breaking a few records at the under-19 stuff quite recently. But for me, I think most important here is Paul Adams, the coach. He's been here, done that, and he'll show the youngsters that it's about having a good time off the field as it is on the field. So no, I think it's a talented group. But I think we've got quite a good history on doing well in this tournament. So I do think that the boys will have some expectation, but I think they'll get to know LKF just as well as they'll know Mission Road after this.
Oh, good luck to the youngsters. Atif Hussain, you're going to start off with Bangladesh.
I certainly will start off with Bangladesh. This year, they're also sending in their current players, just like we spoke about Australia's squad. And they've got experienced players as well in Akbar Ali, who's going to captain the side this year. They have Musaddiq Hussain Saikat, who's represented Bangladesh in all three formats already. So he's the player to watch for Bangladesh, I think. They also have Jishan Alam. He's a 20-year-old making a lot of waves in Bangladesh at the moment in their domestic circuit. So he's also going to be one to actually watch out from the youngsters that we are going to see this year in the Hong Kong Cricket Sixes. So there is Saifuddin, and he's a medium pacing bowler. So is Abu Haider Ronnie. They're going to make this tournament a little competitive for their own team because they've got like 4 to 5 medium paces in there. So it's going to be important to see which combination they go within it. And they also have Rakibul Hassan, who's their all-rounder in there.
Excellent. Let's continue along. And, well, let's say the marquee team, Farms, coming this year. India with DK at the lead.
Yeah, there's some huge announcements there. They've got Stuart Binney, Bharat Chipley and Shabazz Nadeem returning from last year. So that experience always counts for a lot, understanding the ground, the format, the dimensions, the off-the-field stuff that you've got to manage in Hong Kong, and obviously enjoying the nightlife and seeing the sights of Hong Kong. Abhimanyu Mithan coming in, who's played some IPL cricket, but probably more of a longer format specialist. Priyank Panchal, again, more of a first-class cricketer. They're possibly one of the older teams on the cards at the moment coming into the team, but I think it's all going to be about Dinesh Karthik and Ravi Ashwin. I think everybody in Hong Kong is absolutely chomping at the bit and excited to see what they bring out in the middle there, and I think their game's going to have to be based around those two players there.
Do you feel like last year India disappointed? Didn't quite achieve what they thought, and maybe this team is one step up, or similar team, different makeup?
Oh, I think experience counts as a lot. Having 3 people come back, understanding the ground, the conditions, the way the format operates counts as a huge thing coming into this format, which is specific to Hong Kong. It's not played anywhere else. So I think that's really valuable. I'm sure they would have been disappointed with the performance last year, and I have no doubt that with the returning players and the big names coming in, that they'll be ready to put on a show.
Excellent. Now, Natasha Miles, one of the crowd favourites here in Hong Kong. Massive support, much like for India. Nepal.
Yeah, absolutely. Nepal, everywhere they go, they have an incredible amount of support. It's sort of, they kind of pluck their supporters out of nowhere, it seems. Even when we sort of go abroad and play them with the women's stuff, there's always a huge crowd. So that'll be a big one. They've gone with what seems like quite a very young squad. It was hard to find too much experience in there. Their leader in Sharad Vasolka, I hope I said that right, seems to be their most experienced campaigner, but they have quite a lot of youngsters. I think one to look for is Rupesh Singh. There isn't too much on him. He's only played a handful of games in Nepal, but he has a pretty nifty strike rate of 150. So it'll be impressive to see his sort of hitting. Nepal always bring a lot of excitement and energy to their game. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do.
Well, Nepal, the main team, are on tour at the moment, if I'm right, in the Middle East.
Yeah.
So they've had to send some youngsters. So they'll be fighting it out, but they always step up, Nepal, whenever they send a team. Martin, let's have a look at the UAE team.
So the UAE team that they're sending over this time is a bunch of youngsters, pretty much unknown. I think one thing we realized when we toured there recently is they've got quite a big pool of players. So I think the way the UAE goes about it is it's a bit of an opportunity to make a name for yourself. So I did hear quite a few good things about Muhammad Arfan and Zaid Ali. So there's youngsters there that would want to prove themselves to the coaches and to the cricket board. So I think that's a younger group that's coming over for the Sixers this year.
Well, much like I said to Natasha about Nepal, UAE are on tour at the moment in the UAE playing Nepal. So that would explain why both teams are currently sending some youngsters across to the Hong Kong Sixers. Atif, last year's winners, Sri Lanka, can they back it up?
I certainly think they can. They are sending in a very, very experienced squad this year. A couple of them are actually the players that have played last year as well. But the side they are sending in is very experienced, as I said. So Lahiru Madhushanka, he has played ODIs as well as T20Is. So he's their premier bowler in this tournament. Dhananjay Lakshan similarly played ODIs. Tanukat Dabare, he will be the one to watch because he bats left-handed, bowls right-handed. He's an off-spinner. Similarly, Nimesh Mimukutty, also a left-handed batter. He has also represented Sri Lanka in T20Is recently. Lahiru Smarakun, also a left-handed batsman and has represented Sri Lanka in T20Is. The one I would like to watch is the Rindu Ratanaike because he bowls both with right arm and left arm. He's a spinner, left arm orthodox, right arm off spin, and he's also a left-handed bat.
So he has to bowl 2 overs. We saw Manod saying that one can bowl 2 overs.
Exactly.
He's got to be the man.
He certainly could be the man.
Yeah, I want to see that. I'm going to have a talk to the Sri Lanka team.
Yes,
At least one game, let the bloke bowl 1 over right arm, 1 over left arm.
So these are the 6 guys who are actually have represented Sri Lanka at the highest level, but there are 2 who are only played the Lanka Premier League, and that's Sachita Jayantalike, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, and Movin Subhasinghe. And both of them are right-handed bats. So this team is heavily stacked with left-handed batsmen. So I don't know how the ground dimensions are going to be, but it's going to be very interesting to see how they cope with this.
Excellent. Sri Lanka there. Now, Farms, before we go on to the next team, we're going to cross across to Kowloon Cricket Club, and Jay Dancing-Harney has found some of the Hong Kong China players.
Get ready, Hong Kong China. The Sixers are back in town, and guess what? I've decided to gate crash the Hong Kong China pre-tournament training session. We're going to meet the coach. We're going to meet the captain. We're going to meet the youngster. And we're going to meet the legend, the veteran. So what are we waiting for? Let's meet your hometown heroes. Kaushal Silva, head coach, Hong Kong China. Kaushal, it's so great to have you part of the Hong Kong China cricket family. In your short time here, I think you've already figured out the Sixers. It's a big deal for Hong Kongers. Oh, yes, 100%. It's been massive for them. And probably, having this tournament regularly has given a lot of exposure for the families around the community in Hong Kong. So, and for us as national team, it's a great opportunity to showcase our talent. It's a unique opportunity as well to play in front of thousands of fans. I think we had around, I want to say 4,000 packed in, full house last year. Yeah, look, we're looking forward for more this year. Of course, a lot of the national players are involved in this tournament, and of course, a lot of international players are coming in. So we are urging a lot of community around Hong Kong to join us and support us in this, great event. And I mean, with your playing career in Sri Lanka, I think you're no stranger to big crowds. Well, yeah, to be honest, yes, it's good to be part of a big community, big people who are supporting the home nation. I think that's a big thing. So I'm sure the boys are love to have a lot of supporters supporting Cricket Hong Kong team. I'm going to put you on the spot. Where do you think Hong Kong China is going to finish at the Sixes? Well, again, my team is to compete and be the best versions of ourselves. So we are trying to get to the top level and, probably, being in the semifinals. And once you reach the semifinal stage, it's anyone's game in Sixers. And so, how we get to that spot is a process. We trust that process and try to play the best possible game at a time and then move forward from there. Kaushal, thank you for making time for us. Best of luck. Thank you very much. We hailed Captain Fantastic, Yasim Murtaza. Yasim, with all your experience, I gotta say, this is your first Sixes, right?
Yeah, this is my first Sixes, so I'm really, really looking forward.
And it's so different at T20 and 50-over cricket. How do you change your approach as a captain and as a player as well going into the Sixes?
To be honest, as a player, just as a batter, like watch the ball, hit the ball. So there's no time to spending in the middle. So runs matter in every single ball. So this is what we've been working on. So hopefully we put up a good show.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, you have so much variety in the squad. You have someone like Nasrullah, nice and young. You and Ehsan as well with that experience. Babar Hayat needs no introduction. What do you feel about the makeup of the squad?
To be honest, we have a really, really good squad on paper. But hopefully if everyone delivered their own thing in the field, so we finish up a good note.
And where do you think Hong Kong is going to finish at the Sixes? Are we going to bring the cup home?
Definitely.
There you go. You heard it here first. Yasim Murtaza thinks Hong Kong China is going to lift the Cricket Sixes Cup. And here with Nizakat Khan. Now, Kat, of course, you and Babar, I think you personally, you're playing your 5th Cricket Sixes tournament. What's some of the advice that you've been giving to Yasim and Rana and the less experienced members in terms of Sixes experience?
Well, Yasim is a pretty experienced player we have, and he's leading us this year in Hong Kong Cricket Sixes. And yeah, to youngster, my advice will be to just enjoy yourself, express yourself. We are fortunate that we are playing this in our home soil as well. So people will be coming to watch, and everyone will be supporting us. So we have to make sure we have to enjoy every single bit of it.
And of course, what was it like last year? You saw thousands of people packed in to Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. How good was it as a Hong Konger to see that kind of support?
Well, of course, last year the Sixers came back after 7 years. So I think the last year was a very big success. And credit goes to, Cricket Hong Kong, Ravi Nagdev, Anurag Bhatnagar, our chairperson Burji Sharov and Anup Kidwani as well. They all have worked really hard to bring this tournament back. And of course, credit goes to them and all the sponsors, whoever helped in this. And, of course, this is something good for the city as well. People can come and enjoy 3 days of full entertainment.
Yeah, absolutely. And from a personal perspective, as a player, where do you think Hong Kong China is going to finish this year? Are we going to take the cup home?
Well, of course, this year we are really, really looking forward to become a champion. I think this will be the first time if we do that, because we have a very good side. We have a very balanced side. And of course, this year we have our senior players in the team as well. So we're going to use our experience. And hopefully, as I said, we're going to enjoy ourselves. And by enjoying, I think we will perform well.
Well said, Nizakat. Best of luck to you and the rest of the Hong Kong China team. Thank you. The man, the legend, none other than Ehsan Khan. Ehsan, you have bowled to some of the best in the world in T20 cricket, 50 over cricket. What's the key to keeping batsmen quiet in sixes cricket?
In T20 and sixes is a different format, and you can't compare the T20 with sixes. Sixes have more fun, and there's always sixes. If you give up 15 runs to 20 runs in an over, that's a good over, I think. If you mention the T20 game, so it's always no fear. There's the good batters. The top in the world. They always have something good in their innings. So I just enjoy the cricket, and also it's not just enjoy. You have to work out and just do some little bit workout and just stick with your plan. But yes, no fear. Just enjoy the cricket.
Ehsan, it seems like every year that goes by, you seem to be getting 1 year younger. There's all this talk about, your fitness regimen. Can you just walk us through, your fitness program, whether that's on a daily or weekly basis?
If you're talking about the age, that's in this age, you can't say that, in a daily program. You have in a weekly program. You have to stick with the daily program, and the way. National team have a plan that every Tuesday we have body comb and this kind of stuff, will help you about the last week, what you need to do in the next coming week. So I think that's good for me. And yes, of course, if I want to play cricket, from for few more years, then I have to be fit for the next years and for few years and compete these young boys actually. Yeah, I enjoy actually my fitness and stick with the boys, in the running and in the gym. I really enjoy their company actually regarding the fitness program.
And where do you think Hong Kong is going to finish this year? Are we going to take the cup home?
If you compare our team, to the last year, this year we have our complete team and a strong team this year we have, and I can see that. I hope, inshallah, we will go for the top 4.
There you go. You heard it here first. Top 4 finish, according to Ehsan Khan.
Yes.
You know what they say, pace is pace, yaar. I'm here with one of Hong Kong's quickest, Nasrul Rana. When you were a child, you were buying tickets to sit in the stands to watch the sixes. Now you're going to be representing Hong Kong, China. How does it feel?
Of course, the feeling is like something else I can't describe. My first sixes in Hong Kong and playing for Hong Kong team, it's a wonderful feeling.
Absolutely. And of course, sixes cricket, very different to T20 and 50 over cricket. We talk so much about wide Yorkers, slower balls, but you have an amazing bouncer as well. Are you going to be using much of that bouncer in the sixes?
Why not? If there is a chance to bowl bouncers, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, what do you think is the key to keeping batsmen quiet in sixes cricket?
I think keeping batsmen quiet and going less than 10 an hour, it's like bonus for us, and it's like a 5-wicket haul in this tournament.
Yeah, well said, well said. Economy is key. And I'm going to put you on the spot now, Nasrul Rana. Where do you think Hong Kong will finish in this tournament? Are we going to take the cup home?
I think my answer is in final, top 2 finalist.
There you go. You heard it here first. Top 2 finish, according to Rana. Well, there you have it. From veterans and legends to newcomers, Hong Kong, China. They've got the fearlessness and firepower to perhaps make it all the way. The sixes, it's coming soon. It's going to be loud. It's going to be amazing. And we'll see you there. Back to you, Bushy.
Yeah, thanks, Jay. And we'll catch up with a few more players later in the show. But Farms, let's talk Hong Kong, China. Put up the team there on the screen and run through the team playing for Hong Kong this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's a phenomenal lineup. Yasser Murtaza leading the squad with the experience of Nazaket Khan, Baba Hyatt, Azaz Khan, Ehsan Khan, and the young man making his sixes debut, Nasrullah Rana, and then also the experience of Anshuman Rath. coming in, I believe, for his first sixes.
Yeah, we just heard from Nasrullah with Jay. We can't say too much bad about the Hong Kong China team because three of them are standing behind the camera here while we're doing our recording. Archibald Nazakat Khan, Azaz Khan's over there as well. What do you think of the makeup?
Why would you want to say anything bad about them, Bushy?
I would not want to say anything bad about them. I'm just saying they are standing over there. You can't see them on camera, but you will see the interview with a few of them coming up. We already talked to Nazakat as well. What do you think of the team?
Oh, I think it's an outstanding lineup with a lot of experience and some great new faces in the lineup too. A lot of firepower with the bat, which we know in the Sixers format is critical. Some experience with the ball. And that's going to be the challenge for the guys in the run-in, is setting up their game plans and working out how they're going to bowl out here in the middle on Ting Kwong Road to make sure it's as, for want of a better word, economical as possible.
Yeah, thanks, Farms. And we're going to catch up with the rest of the team now, and we're going to cross back to Manor Kasim.
From the home of sixes, the Festival of Cricket, which is about to explode onto the world stage. I'm Manur Kasim, and I've been given the opportunity to talk to some of the men's players from our Hong Kong team to uncover their dreams, their strategies, and the raw passion driving our local heroes. This is their story. Let's meet them. So we're very lucky today. We have Azaz Khan from the men's team to have a chit-chat regarding the Hong Kong Sixes. So thank you, Azaz, for your time. So as an all-rounder, you have double this responsibility in a very short game. So when the pressure is at its peak, what are you preferring to have first, the ball in your hand or the bat?
I think I would say the bat in the hand because, it's tough for bowlers. With the short boundaries and four fielders allowed, I think it's tough. I'd rather bat and, just swing my bat.
All right. Batsmen are coming at you from ball one. So as a bowler, what's the key to staying effective?
I think it's executing your Yorkers. In this format, it's just with the boundaries, really small. You need to execute your Yorkers. Bowl with a clear plan. Use your variations, and I think you just keep it simple.
Mm-hmm. So since I know that you've played the sixes before, how do you use that experience to stay calm and make smart decisions?
Yes, I have played sixes in the past. The last time I played, I think it was in 2017. So it's good to make a comeback. I'm really excited for it. Again, I think we just need to keep it simple. Like I said earlier, you just need to execute our plans. Keep it simple and enjoy the game.
Right. So in a format where everyone is a hitter, what unique skills do you think you can bring to this Hong Kong side that can be a game changer?
I think I have been working on my batting, power hitting in the last few months, and even on bowling. I've been working hard on it. So I think being an all-rounder is really important in this short format of the game. So I think it's about both skills, whether it's batting or bowling. So I think it's I just need to go out there, be positive. You just go out there, enjoy the game, and try and execute my skills and perform well for Hong Kong.
Right. So finally, what are the chances of Hong Kong China lifting the cup this year?
I think we have a very good side. We have a very balanced side. I think it's the best available place we have in Hong Kong right now. So I'm very excited for it, and I think we can win it. Like, we just need to again perform well. Just go out there, keep it simple, execute our plans, and hopefully we do well.
Yeah, sure. So wishing you good luck, Azaz. Hopefully we can see the trophy lifting from the Hong Kong China. So thank you.
Thank you.
So we are happy that today we have Babar Hat from the Hong Kong men's cricket team to have a chit-chat with us regarding the upcoming sixes. So Babar, the sixes format is built for power hitters like you. So do you see this as your ultimate stage? And what's the biggest goal you think a team can realistically post in 6 overs?
Yeah, I think sixes is all about fun, It's all about hitting 4 and 6s, and then obviously crowd comes in and see what have a that's what it is. And then I think there's no power scoring in the 6s, Most of the team if it's six, most of the team would like to score over 120, and it's even 120 plus is never safe here at sixes, because it's always about, as I said, sixes and fours.
Right. So moving on, I would like to ask, with the innings closing at 6 wickets, does that give you a license to be even more aggressive from the first ball, or is there a different calculation in your mind?
I think there's a certain, you can say positions, as an opener, if you go bat in top order, you don't have to worry about the loaders. You just go there and express yourself, and then it's the same time, if you lose couple of wickets, then you have to change your mindset, you have to play a bit smart cricket, 'cause there's only four fielders around, so you can play around with the field, and then you look for the gaps as well, and look for the last 1 or 2 overs, whatever left behind, so it's always about, playing smart cricket.
So since that you've played the sixes before, what's the one crucial lesson from your past sixes outings that you'll be carrying into this tournament?
Yeah, I think the past sixes and this one is totally completely different. I would say before we have played at KCC, where we used to play on Astro, now completely different, playing on turf and then slightly bigger ground, and then playing 6 overs this time. When I played it was 5 overs, and the retired was around 31. Now they have changed it to 15. There's a lot of changes in the sixes, but at the same time, it's going to be fun playing on turf and then bigger ground, and then obviously scoring half century is always a great sign.
Right. So lastly, the Hong Kong crowd will be expecting fireworks. So can we expect a signature Babar Hayat innings, or maybe aiming for the record for the most in a game?
Yeah, inshallah, definitely. We have trained for this, we've been training for last 2-3 weeks, so obviously it's all, as we know, it's all about hitting 4 and 6 and playing smart cricket, so yeah, I want to play whatever I have in myself and then give the best to the team.
So to wrap up our chit-chat session, do you think there are chances that Hong Kong China men's cricket team will be able to lift the trophy this year?
Yeah, 100%. I think the way we've been training, and then the team we have, obviously there's 100% chance of winning this tournament.
So, all right, looking forward to everyone's outstanding performance and wishing you best of luck, Babar. Thank you. All right, we're lucky that we have Anshuman with us over here to have some chit chat regarding to the Hong Kong Sixes. So thank you, Anshuman. Firstly, welcome to the Hong Kong Sixes. As a premier batsman, but a first timer in this format, what are you most excited and perhaps most nervous about?
I'm definitely most nervous about, the Sixers has always been a good tournament for people to watch, and it's very fast paced and fun. I think my biggest challenge will be trying to keep up. I'm not known for my six hitting, but I think I'll adjust and adapt. Definitely working on it in the nets, and it's just a fantastic tournament to be around and be a part of. So that's what I'm most excited for.
So your game is renowned for its classical technique and timing, but in a format that rewards raw power, how have you had to adapt your style? Are you adding new shots?
Yeah, I mean, luckily there's only four fielders out there, so even on the best of days, even on the worst of days, you'll manage to find the boundary. So I think, I think one of the biggest things to keep in mind is that you don't try to overthink it too much, and you just go out there and have fun. I think, the way my cricket's been going over the last year or so has been really good because I've kept things simple mentally as well as technically, and I think I just got to remember that for this format as well.
That's great, but as a senior player, but a newcomer to this specific format, how do you see your role in the dressing room? Are you learning from the old ones, or are you providing a calm, strategic hat?
I mean, whatever the team needs me to do, really. Like you mentioned, it's my first time. So I was very excited when I got picked. I watched this tournament when I was 8-9 years old. So to be a part of it now is such a humbling experience, and it's an absolute honor and a privilege. So for me, it's just to take each game as it comes, soak up everything. I think the atmosphere is going to be electric, and it just feels like such a good vibe. So for me, it's just to enjoy everything and take it on its stride, and just learn from other players who have played it before.
That's great. Lastly, may I ask, many see the sixes as a hitter's game. Do you see this as a chance to prove that touch placement, a clever batting can be just as effective, if not more?
Yeah, I mean, luckily for me, the boundary is on super big, so it won't take. I don't need to hit the 100-meter sixes to get the sixes, but yeah, I mean, I think any format that you play, you have to adjust and adapt, and I think this format, albeit very different, would have the same kind of strategic thinking. I don't think there needs to be too much overthinking. Just get bat on ball and go from there.
Great, but finally, how do you rate this Hong Kong China side? Do you think we can expect you guys lifting the trophy this year?
Oh, definitely. I think if you look at Hong Kong's performances in the past, definitely when I was younger, Hong Kong always put up a good side, and now I feel like all the players are. Last year, unfortunately, we had a tour, so not all of us were available, but this time we're all available. So I think definitely, if you're not in a tournament to compete, then what are you there for? So I think we're definitely gonna look to try to lift that trophy, hopefully by the end of the weekend.
All right, great chatting with you, Anshuman, and wishing you guys good luck.
Thank you.
To the unbridled excitement of the players, one thing is crystal clear. This team isn't just participating, they are believing. They are carrying the hopes of a city on their shoulders, and they won't have it any other way. This is more than cricket. This is for Hong Kong. Back to you, Aaron.
Looking forward to seeing Hong Kong out there in the middle at the sixes. Natasha Miles, your final team to go through, and it's a team joining us for the first time this year, Afghanistan.
Very exciting to have a new team here at the Sixers. I think it's quite incredible that they're sending Gulbuddin Naib to lead that team. I think he's an extremely, for lack of a better word, experienced, again, campaigner for Afghanistan, having led them in ODIs and T20s previously. He has been a consistent performer for them historically, which will be great for them here. They have also sent quite a mixture of young talent as well, which will be exciting to see. They have a couple of guys who've been in the under-19 setup for a while. Ikram Alakil, I think. He played in the under-19 Asia World Cup in the finals, and he scored a match-winning 107 to beat Pakistan. So it'll be interesting to see what he'll do here at the Sixers. Obviously a talent in the short format of the game. They have another player in Karim Janat, who is the younger brother of a former Afghanistan captain. So a lot of experience in that family playing for Afghanistan. So hopefully he'll bring something exciting to the table.
I'm really looking forward to seeing Afghanistan. I think they could cause an upset here. We'll talk about who we think is going to do what very shortly. Okay, Martin, your final team, and a team that I really like the look of, a new team again coming in for this year's Hong Kong Sixers, Kuwait.
Yeah, I think they by the looks of the squad they're pretty excited and trying to be really competitive. They went full out. So Yasin, for example, is such a niggly bowler in T20 cricket. I think he's going to be a handful during the Sixers. But the two big players for me is Bilal and Meet. They've quite a few times in the recent past, they've scored quite a few big scores against us. They made us pay for bad bowling. So I think the size of Mission Road is not quite going to be big enough for them. So that's the two players I would keep my eye out on.
Yeah, they're bringing their A team. Basically, it's the team that plays T20s. Like you said, Yasin is leading it, and Balil, he smashed some big sixes here at Mission Road many a time. I've called those games as well. So looking forward to seeing Kuwait. And Atif, probably your favourite team coming over, Pakistan.
After Hong Kong, that is.
Of course, after.
Yes, so for the first time, actually, I by looking at the squad, I saw that they're sending in a very young squad. The average age is about 21, 22. The oldest player that they're sending is 27, which is Abdul Samad, an all-rounder, has recently played in T20Is as well. And Abbas Afridi, the nephew of the Pakistani legend fast bowler Umar Go, is going to lead the side. He's also 24 years old, which is pretty young considering previous years that they've been sending the team. So, but Pakistan will be looking at their two left-handed batsmen, which is Khwaja Nafe and Mas Sadakat. Khwaja Nafe plays for Quetta in PSL, hasn't represented Pakistan, but he's very, he is on the brinks of representing Pakistan. And then there are three youngsters in Mohammad Shahzad, Saad Masood, and Shaidaji, all 20-year-old, and making up the Pakistan team, which looks very well balanced, and they can cause an upset here.
Okay, there's the 12 teams coming for the Hong Kong Sixers 2025. Now it's time to do the prediction part of the podcast. Experts, we'll start with you, Farms. Who do you think will be player of the match? Player of the tournament, I should say. Who's your pick?
Oh, player of the tournament. Well, I'm going to go local. I'm going to go Nazaket Khan. With his experience, supreme striking, I'm hoping that that's going to come out here. These wickets are looking very, very nice. And seeing Nazaket and the rest of the boys walking around the ground today, I'm sure that they'll be excited, and I'm going to go for our local favourite.
Okay, Tash?
I am going to go locally as well, and I'm going to go for Yasser Murtasa for his bowling, and I think he's going to contain some teams and surprise everybody.
Martin?
I'm excited to see a few of the young South Africans coming, but I'm going to have to back the dark horse, Anshuman Rath. I think just the class, whatever format you play, and he's recently been hitting some big bombs as well. So, yeah, I think Anshi is my player of the match. It's a series.
Is he because he's sat behind the camera?
Again, he's just standing there. Devil eyes looking behind the camera at us, Anshuman Rath. Right, Atif. Wait. We've had 3 Hong Kong names. Pick your player of the tournament not from Hong Kong China team.
You put me on a spot here because I was going to go Hong Kong as well.
Everyone's got Hong Kong. We're all
really the last wasn't easy because I was going to pick either one of the 3 that they have picked.
So I'm making it easier for you by letting you pick from the other 11 teams. 88 players to pick from. It's not that hard. Just pick one.
Let's say, because I think India sending in their 2 superstars. I think either one of them can be, especially Ravi Ashwin. Because I know he can hit the ball as well. So the grounds are pretty small for his striking. But if you ask from here, I was still going to go Hong Kong, and I was going to go Azaz Khan.
Okay, there we go. I'm going to go with Bilal from Kuwait, because I just reckon he's going to hit so many bombs that even if they don't make the final, he's going to be player of the tournament. That's my out there pick. Speaking of bold predictions, that's my bold prediction for you. One bold prediction for the Hong Kong Sixers. Not who you think's going to win the tournament, just somebody or some team that's going to cause an upset, or somebody, one of the players.
Or does it have to be about the players? I was going to say we're going to run out of balls. I hope they've ordered enough.
I don't think that's a bold prediction, is it?
Well, running out of balls becomes quite an issue when you don't have enough.
A bold prediction would be we will have enough balls for the weekend. Tash?
I think a team like Nepal might send an upset to a big squad like an India or England or Australia. I think anything can happen in the Sixers as it can in T20, and I think we're due for a good upset like that.
Martin?
I'm not going to mention any names, but I think someone's going to go for 6 sixes this tournament.
That is a bold prediction, and I'd like to see it. 36 off and over. That's I think that'll happen. That's bold, but I like it. That's it.
Yes, so I am foreseeing the top 4 teams all from the Associate Nations. I think Kuwait, Nepal, Hong Kong, and UAE all have a very good chance of being up there.
Okay, before we get to the big final question, we're going to cross to our 8 for 52 podcast co-host, Jazz, who's checking out all the building and things going on here at Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground.
Hello, Hong Kong. Are you ready for the biggest event in Hong Kong this year? Because we certainly are gearing up for you. So we are now at Tin Kwong Road Recreation Grounds, where the public stands and the TV towers are being constructed. The groundsmen are working on the pitches to bring you a memorable event. Have you bought your tickets yet? Only a few remains on Ticket Flap, so get yours now. Let's go, Hong Kong!
Thanks, Jazz. And okay, final question, panel. Here we go. Who will hold aloft the 2025 Hong Kong Sixers trophy? Farms.
Hong Kong are going to get it for the first time. We're going to finally hold that trophy. The experience that the squad has in Sixers, it's our home format, playing at this ground, seeing the boys out here today looking at the ground and visualising and getting themselves ready. I think it's Hong Kong's time.
Natasha Miles.
I would have loved to have said Hong Kong, but just to be a little bit different, I think I might go with Sri Lanka as the defending champions here to just kind of hold on to that trophy and show us that they can maintain their status at the top of that
I think they'll
Sixers table.
be up there at the top for sure in the finals. Martin.
It's difficult to say not Hong Kong, but I think if you get the South African boys on the brandy, it's going to be a tough train to stop that next morning. So I'm going to go with the Saffers.
Okay. Atif.
Say, I'm going to go with Hong Kong because I'm going to stick with my 4 associate top 4 dogs. So I think amongst them, I think Hong Kong is going to be the ones who are going to lift the cup for the first time.
I certainly want Hong Kong China to win, but I do like that little Australian side. So that'll be my pick, and we'll find out after the Sixers how that all went. A very big thank you to our expert panel, Mark Farmer, Natasha Miles, Martin Kutsia and Atif Hussain for joining us for this very special 8 for 52 podcast. Don't forget, just a few tickets still available at ticketflap.com. Grab your tickets now and come on down to the Hong Kong Sixers for 2025. But until then, this is Aaron Bush signing off.
We take the stage, a city bursting from the cage. From Kowloon streets to skies so wide, cricket's heart beats here with pride. Hong Kong Sixers light the flame. We play the world, we stake our claim. Through soaring shots and swift delight, the crowd erupts, we own the night. Sixes light the flame. We play the world, we stake our claim. Through soaring shots and swift delight, the crowd erupts, we own the night.